Well, hello. You gotta know, you gotta love the laptop sitting on a fan. Oh, you see the shit, whatever it is, petroleum jelly, Vaseline. It just sits there. I forget about it. My room is a complete fucking mess. Not a care. But I didn't bring you here from. Yeah, you saw my super glue. Hugs and fucking kisses. I brought you here to see this. What is it? No one wore the suits, blah 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 blah, but brand blah 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 blah. But here's the best part. We scroll down. You wore the suits out in the streets one time, and you would not let me take your picture. Oh, poor baby. Poor baby, I'm not gonna buy you. You can buy your own suit. I'm mad. Fucking pussy. But yes, I have no clue how well this camera works when it comes to the whole looking at me. I've never used this camera for a video ever, so this is gonna be the first time. But yeah, let's try and keep this as short as humanly possible. I have a stress headache. I'm quite tired, and right now I just want to smash stuff. I originally walked into the door, and I was told that I need to put together the deep fryer. I'm thinking to myself, you don't go anywhere. You don't have a life. You don't have a job. You don't have a car. You have nothing. How come it's my responsibility, me, a college student who's trying to get a degree, who gets up and leaves at 6-something in the morning, returns at about 3 to 7 o'clock at night, and I'm forced to deal with the bullshit. She buys food that needs to be cooked, and then says about cooking it. I never told her to buy me anything for groceries. I don't tell her to buy me anything at all. I figure I would just slum off whatever I have and deal with it when I'm hungry. I don't ask her for a fucking thing usually. The reason that I wrote the grocery list out is because she kept bugging me. The reason that I included the suits is because the sweet teacher doesn't want us to come dressed in our typical sweatpants, hoodies, t-shirts and shit like that. Excuse my language. But it's like, really? Really? So she decided to stick this letter on my door. It's dated 10/3. 10/3, as you can see. Today is not 10/3. Today is 10/4. This shit was not written yesterday. This shit was not stuck to my door yesterday. This shit was written today. She clearly is absent-minded and does not know what today's date is. Well, my thing is, me buying a computer is a requirement. My computer, as you can see here, is a piece of shit. It's Windows 7. It has 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is awful. It has a kind of slow processor. It has no internal cooling fan. Internal fan blew out, and this is its life support sitting on this fucking fan, thus making my room cold whenever I have to turn it on and it's not warm outside. So I decided to get a Mac. A Mac will last me probably the more or less entire time of my schooling. I won't have to deal with the computer lab. I won't have to deal with it being full. I won't have to deal with her thinking that it's more productive for me to drag myself from school to a public library, knowing that I travel 2.5 hours up and 2.5 hours back. I'm just going to make it even 5 hours. But that would be more productive for me to then drag myself from school to a public library that is probably crowded full of black school children being ignorant and doing stuff that I would rather not be around. This is my mom's logic. It makes no sense. And if you can't hear it, I don't know if this gives you any sort of sound, but you can hear the ambiance. Her music, bullshit, it's increasing my fucking headache. I don't know if I said it before, but the only thing the store had was Advil PM. So I'm going to pop those pills, and I'm probably going to try and maintain as much as I can. Then I'm going to deal with my hair, hopefully, because it won't hurt when I'm under the influence of those meds. It won't hurt nearly as much, and then I'm just going to try and do what I can. I'm going to email my speech teacher a copy of this. I'm going to send her a picture of it. Hopefully she will be able to see this and think to herself, maybe I'll cut him a little slack because his mom is a flaming douchebag. And I'm like, this is what I walked in the door to from my mom. I mean, if you want an in-depth explanation of my situation, you can view my YouTube videos, view my blog, or I can just type it out for you right here really quick. I'll bust out my 85 words per minute typing speed and just give you pretty much an insight of my life. Oh, another thing, I lost this today. This is my U-Pass. This is my way to and from school. This is my ID when I'm in school. This is my I'm eating lunch or I'm not eating lunch. I'm getting coffee or I'm not eating coffee because everything's tied to this card. I lost it downtown. But thankfully, some more than likely white person decided to give it to RTA. I probably lost it over there in the train area. I was pretty stressed about that when I first noticed it wasn't. I looked down, I'm like, where the waiter, the service, hey, where the fuck, bro? Where's my ID? I can't get on the bus. So yeah, today has just been one shitty day all around, and now clearly I have to deal with more of it. It's like she has no sense of anything else. It's, well, you won't give me a picture. Why give a picture to someone who really doesn't give a fuck about you anyway? Because if she gave a fuck about me, she wouldn't bother me. She wouldn't constantly nag me, oh, this, that, you're trying to pocket money. How do you pocket loan money that has to be paid back with interest? How do you pocket that? You don't pocket that. You spend it on what the fuck they tell you to. If you don't, then they find out, you're fucked. They revoke all your funding, and you gotta pay that shit back with interest. Do I have a way to pay that shit back right now? No. What's the point of me going to school? So I can get a job and take care of myself. But it's just like, I don't know. Hold on, let me look. No. Well, I got like 7 minutes to wrap up this video. But it's just like women in general. It's like everything in my life is just going wrong. It's like women. I don't know, I don't want to say stuck, but these sites, dating sites, they find me women that are younger than me. They lack maturity, a sense of self, a sense of common sense, a sense of decency. I mean, who in their right mind walks away from a relationship of 6 months with no real reasoning, no words, no kind of clue whatsoever? Everything was fine. I mean, everything wasn't to my perfection, but it was damn good. I mean, she had a person literally walking through 90-degree weather to bring her cigarette, just because the person cared enough to go the extra mile. Now, let's not forget that I was still in school, and I still had a much more annoying schedule than I have now, where every day I get out at about noon now. When I was in summer school, my shit varied. It varied from anywhere from 4 to 8 something at night. But I still managed to get her seen, bring her cigarettes and all that shit. And what does she do? She just pulls a Houdini. No real reasoning, just some simple ass messages. She decides to make profiles on every dating site she could find. It just didn't make any sense to me. I was like, I can't find a woman who has common sense. Maybe a car, a place to stay. I don't even require those things. I'm willing to work for whatever it is that I want and for my partner, but it's just like, I get stuck with women who have no sort of any kind of bearing at all. I mean, my mom's a fucking douche. I mean, what kind of person just, oh, I know this guy is going to school and he has homework, but I'm just going to keep playing the same song over and over and over on fucking repeat. But yes, you know, just playing Michael Bolton. Really? It's 2011. Michael Bolton. I've half a mind to take my ass out to the back and smoke the rest of the cigarette I got from Sean. Maybe that's why I have a fucking headache. But I don't really know what else to say. I don't really care who sees this, who wants to give me flack. If you see the links posted on my Facebook and you decide you want to speak out of turn, please understand that this is my life. I can verbalize it however the fuck I want to. I can talk about women however the fuck I want to. If you don't like it, you have the choice. You can walk away, you can shut the fuck up, or you can bring it to me in a normal manner. If you choose the phrase to, fine, honky dory. But if you come to me with some dumb shit, If you come to me with some sort of absurd opinion about what I have to say and the things you don't like and it's that, I will verbally ask rape you until I get tired. This isn't towards any one specific person, this is towards the viewing base as a whole. I'm sorry for my rather grotesque language, but I do not appreciate bullshit in the slightest, as it should be well known. I am highly stressed on a daily. I just want to be happy. I've told this person up front time and time again, all I want is peace, to be left alone. I don't want to stay here for the rest of my life. I don't even want to stay here till fucking Thanksgiving. I would like, in all God's honesty, to find some sort of job, take whatever money I have left over after I'm done getting everything that I need for school and to be a decent human being. I will take it and gladly throw it into rent and bills. Gladly. I don't need to get a car. This whole walking and traveling these long retarded distances for nothing really getting on my nerves. I mean, I'll do it because it's necessary, but I'm trying to cut corners and find a way around traveling pretty much 5 hours for 15 minutes to 2 hours of school. That's just the way it is. So, I don't know what else to say. My sides of my heads are hurting from these classes. I'm pretty tired of the dumb shit. I have homework to do. I need to go ahead and email this letter to the teacher. Hopefully she'll understand why I may look slightly. I want to be dressed to the T, but I probably won't. That's just the way it is. And I see I have about 6 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up and say, if you have a better life, if you have a life where you don't have to deal with parents, even if you have dumb parents like I do, you can shut them up. Do not take your life for granted. If you have been given a clean start with no parents, do not take it for granted. I know a lot of people say, oh, I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I wish I had, and I can understand that, but if you've been given a clean slate, look at it like this. You could have had a different life with parents that act like mine. My mom's a royal douchebag. My dad's MIA. She's like, oh, your dad got lost, this, that. She thinks he has amnesia now, and she wanted to call me. I'm like, why would you call me? I don't give a fuck. Why don't I give a fuck? This man doesn't care about me. It's like everybody wants to hate me because I'm trying to be a college student and make something of myself so I don't have to sit around and rely on the government to pay for my living. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be my own guy who has his own stuff, who has fun, that has a decent life. Apparently that's not good enough for her. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to end it with that. I don't really have much else to say. I have a headache. I'm going to try and knock some stuff out now. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Well, you buy your own food. You're not giving me a person.
Shut up.